We're about 3 weeks into rebuilding our boat. We still haven't put the new pontoon on yet, but that's coming up in the next couple weeks. We did manage to get most of the Coroplast on the boat. It is corrugated plastic. Looks just like cardboard, but it's waterproof. And it looks like it's going to hold up really well. We still have quite a few screws to put in the whole thing. Becky managed to get all the windows in. These are really great. We have about $5 per window invested. It's a really thick vinyl. It's not like just some kind of plastic that you would buy at the store. This stuff is really thick.
I still have quite a few snaps to put on them. The storm was blowing in the other day when I was working on them. So these over here just have screws in them. I haven't put the snaps on them yet, but they will all snap down. You can see how thick this plastic is even on the video. And I believe it was like 16 mil. I looked at this stuff online and it comes up to 30 mil thick, but I cannot even imagine working with the stuff that's 30 mils because this is so thick it's hard to press a crease into it. And if you use this, you do want to fold it over where you put your snap, so the snap actually goes through 2 layers. That helps keep it from tearing. It's stormed a few times since we put these in, and they work really, really well. What I did is I ran a strip of the corrugated plastic, the Coroplast stuff, down the edge of the window, which kind of overlaps the frame in the window, and that keeps anything from blowing in. Up top, I slid it under the Coroplast, and down at the bottom it snaps over the Coroplast so that all the water runs down and on the outside. To open the windows, we'll just unsnap them.
All we have to do here is just roll the window up. And because it's so thick, it doesn't crease or leave any marks or nothing like that. This thing sat through a couple of storms recently, and it really didn't even spot the windows bag from the rain. I was really amazed at that. So it's not like we're going to have to grab a bottle of Windex every time it rains and clean the windows. We poked all of our antennas up through the Coroplast and caulked it. It wasn't a big deal. It didn't leak when we were done. And last time our antennas were inside of the boat and we didn't really get the kind of signal we wanted. I think it'll do a lot better this time. We managed to get the speakers mounted and fire extinguisher. It's one of the rules: if you have an enclosed area, you have to have at least one fire extinguisher. I think we're going to put another one on here. We've got some overhead lights hung up. One of the laws is you have to have life jackets and at least one throwable cushion where you can get to them, readily accessible. So we have them hanging right here on the wall. I mean, how hard is that? We just grab one and jump out the window. We each keep a dry box hanging here too. They just have a whistle and a lighter, and we can throw our cell phones in it and jump in our inflatable raft and grab a flashlight and go. Not that we're going anywhere other than the shore. We have 2 charge controllers this time. One is for controlling the solar panel, and the other is one we mounted because this motor, a 35 horsepower force, did not come with a voltage regulator. And we're going to regulate our power through this second charge controller before it gets to the electronics because last time we were getting an over voltage in the neighborhood of 16 volts, and we're going to get control of that this time. Also, we were having to do all of our chart plotting, weather radar off of a cell phone last time. This time we did get a tablet. We're mostly going to use it just for the chart plotter. Well, just in case our motor quits, we do have a trolling motor, and it just kind of sticks through the wall here. We can steer the boat right here. And she's going to cook back here in the back. There's going to be a stove and a sink. So this will fold up out of the way and tuck back into the boat. You can see we still have a long way to go. This is the battery compartment down in here. And gas tank. Our little head is not very big, but I suppose it'll do. What we have going on here is a bilge pump that can be lowered just by pushing on it into the lake or the river. Turn the switch on, and that's going to step the water up from the bilge pump up to a filter that is going to mount right here on the wall, and from that filter it's going to go into a reservoir water heater. It's going to mount under this second bilge pump, and turn the switch on for that, and that's going to go directly to the shower head. Something different we did this time is we put the horn up on top of the boat. Last time, like an idiot, I had it mounted right down there on the corner of the boat, and as soon as we docked, it smashed it. So that problem's solved. And we put a mirror up on top so we could see out the back window.
We're going to have to take this carpet off of the front of the boat where it's not enclosed, because it is wicking water up under the wall and soaking the inside of the boat, and it's holding water up under the wall, so it will rot the bottom of our wall and our floor underneath where the wall goes across it if we don't. We'll have to put down some kind of non-skid vinyl or something like that. This Coroplast that we're using is kind of a new concept for covering a boat. I don't really know of anybody who has done it, but it's very lightweight, and it's pretty inexpensive. I think it's like 12 bucks a sheet, and we started with 20 sheets. We want to completely do the inside and the outside. We've got the outside all covered now, except for these little pieces up on the top up here. And we are going to have to cover them. Not sure exactly how we're going to do that, but that has to be covered. And we've still got quite a bit inside, so we might have to actually get a few more sheets. It's pretty weatherproof, or it seems to be so far. Any seams in the roof that we've got, we've just had to seal them with a little silicone caulk. We did have a couple little spots in the roof that dripped water that we had to seal. Nothing major. It so far seems to be pretty durable too. I mean, it's not going to break if it's touched for sure. I wouldn't want to ram the dock with it or anything, so we do need to get some pretty good fenders, but you know, you have to do that with aluminum sides too. So we'll kind of keep you updated and let you know how this holds up. But like I said, it certainly seems to be great so far.
Well, we still have a long way to go, but we've come a long way in 3 weeks. This thing was a total wreck 3 weeks ago. So this is just a short update. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to click like and subscribe.